there. We're live on YouTube. Okay, hold on a minute. So CC's on there, so you can bring her in. Okay. Millie and CC.
Hello. Hello. This is Senior Moments with
I can just barely hear you.
CC and Millie. This is KUAW, Kansas City Global Community Radio Station. And now we're going to have CC. Our subject today is CC is going to talk about ex-Governor Greitens. Go ahead, CC.
Hi, this is CC, and as my co-host said, our subject today is about aging. I like to always start the show off with a quote, and this quote I think is self-explanatory, but if you live long enough, you're going to get older. My quote for today is, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. And I think that says it in a nutshell, that if you live, you're going to get older. The one thing that I have found in my years is that growing old is not for wimps. The one thing that I can think about is how we used to do things in the good old days. So much has changed during my lifetime. And whether you accept it or not, technology is affecting us all. Does anybody remember 8-track tapes? Where the 8-track tapes were in your car and you had an 8-track tape player? How far have we come? It was not so very long ago that we went to the video store to rent movies. Now you have the option of downloading them. Do you remember Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox? Michael J. Fox was able to see the telephone number on his television screen. This is a common occurrence now. Just look how far telephone lines have come. I can remember back in the good old days when we had party lines. In case the young people don't remember, a party line was one line that was shared by several users. Only one person could make a call at a time, but everybody on the party line could listen to your call, which they did, I'm sure. The phones we have now, you can do almost anything. You can take pictures, you can transmit the pictures and the videos to any place, almost any place in the world. I keep my grocery list on my iPhone. I keep my bank account. You can download versions of the Bible. You can do the new translation, the King James Version. You can keep track on social media, Facebook. You can even look at TV on your cell phone now. If you can't do it, it just means that can affect us as much as a cell phone. Delivery list cards will affect companies such as taxi services, bus service, maybe even the trucking company. Can you remember on television when there was just 3 channels? ABC, American. These stations went off the air. I can even remember back in the good old days, and you would drive up to the gas station and the attendant would put the gas in your car and clean your windows. Where can you go and have that service now? Millie?
Thank you, CC. Today, we have a guest in our studio, and her name is Vivian Rogers. And the topic for her is going to be art and Aging. And she works at the Martin Luther King Village apartment. Okay, Vivian, what do you have on program for the program at the Martin Luther King Village?
Well, we do a lot of programming at Martin Luther King Village.
Okay.
One of our main programs is the Arts and Aging program, and that's a program that deals with growing old and growing old with dignity and doing it in a way that you will really feel comfortable about doing it.
Okay. And now, what are some of the things that they do?
A lot of programs, one of the main programs is like we do dance. They come in and each program is for 8 weeks. And the day they do dance, we do, and it's not dance the way you would traditionally know dance.
Okay.
It's dance in a whole different way. The seniors in wheelchairs, people on walkers can do. It lasts for 8 weeks. At the end of each session, we maybe go to the ballet or some kind of dance or production to take all the seniors to after the dance. And we do a big reception.
Okay.
So everybody can come out and sing. Another dance, another part is the we're doing now is paper mache. Arts, it's art class. They can come in any time of the day, do paintings, they can do animals, they can do anything in art. When I first started, it was only one person that came down. Now I fill a class every day, 5 days a week.
Oh, that's good.
They can come down anytime they want to and can work on anything they like to work on.
Okay. And now what kind of arts and what do they do in the class?
In the class, they draw. We do drawing. We're going to have an exhibit coming to the public soon on animals that we want that they're making. They do ceramics. We paint ceramics.
Yes.
They can take them home after we're done, or they can sell them, or they can stay on exhibit down in the community room.
Okay. Now, when you said they can take them home, do you mean that not only the seniors in Martin Luther King, do you have some outside senior coming to your classes?
No, it's just strictly for Martin Luther King because we have 108 residents.
Oh, you do?
So with that many residents, it's kind of hard to get other people in because you're filtering in just your own. But I do collaborate with some every now and then, and they can come over and do a dance with me. They come over for a dance or for a dinner we do together.
Okay. Now, do you have the families? Do they get involved with any of the programs?
Families can come. They can come. They come at the end of each production. At the end of each 8 weeks, they can bring their family in to see what we did for that whole 8 weeks. They can come in, enjoy the reception that we do at the end of each 8 weeks, and then they can bring them down with them during the day sometimes just to look and see.
Okay. And now, I noticed that you bought in something with fish on it, and you was telling me about it, and I was excited about that myself.
Look, I'm really excited about that. That's our Father's Day project. We have a lot of fishers in the building.
Oh, yeah.
So we made fisherman T-shirts, and this is with a real bluegill. We painted it, and then we created it on the shirts, and they have them on T-shirts. They could pick out their own T-shirts and do them on T-shirts.
Yeah.
And it just for me and for me, for them to take ownership because they like fishing and they like their little fish stories. But it's a big ownership to them to be able to put their fish on a T-shirt and wear their fish.
Yes.
It can be their own fish on their shirt.
Right. That is so cute. Yeah. And now, do you have other programs that you do also?
Yes. My goal is people don't do the same thing all the time. Right. So my goal is to have a different program every day of the week. Oh. So if you don't like this one, you could come down the next day and do something. Yes. I try to touch everybody in there because not everybody like to write. Not everybody like to sew. Not everybody like to watch a movie. I'm like, tell me what you like to do, and I'm going to bring it in, and we're going to do it.
Okay.
Because when I first went into the property, like when I went in saying, it don't matter what I like to do. I need to know what you like to do. So I did like a big survey, and you tell me what you like to do, and them are the only programs I'm doing. It's the ones you like to do.
Okay. Now, do they cook or
We cook. We do harvesters.
Uh-huh.
I love harvesters because where can you cook a meal, eat a meal, then get 20 pounds of grocery free?
okay?
I love that program. I do harvesters all the time. We cook, we sew, we do everything. Monday we do an exercise class.
Uh-huh.
We got a bid whiz class.
Oh,
We play
really?
bid whiz. We just did a pool tournament. If I tell you, if they say they want to do it, I'm gonna bring it in and we're gonna do it.
All right.
If one, I don't care if only one or two do it. That's all
Uh-huh.
it takes for me is one or
Yes.
two.
Yeah.
And we have exercise on Thursdays.
Uh-huh.
We do 5 days a week. We do something. Now we're making movie pants. So when we come down to watch movies, we can all wear the same kind of pants. Yeah, but it's a big deal when you can get
Yes.
seniors into sewing. People that's been sewing all their life, they
Right.
can't sew no more. They don't have the machine at home to sew no
Uh-huh.
more. But
Yes.
they could come down and make 8 pair of pants for all of us watching movies.
Yeah, the ones that like to sew.
The ones that like to sew.
Okay.
And you pick what you like, and I let them pick what they like, and you just come in and do as you feel.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that sounds like they have a lot of fun.
They
You
do.
give them a lot of things.
I
to
do. We do a coffee hour every morning.
You do a coffee.
Coffee every morning, jazz and coffee. They can come down and get coffee, and we can listen to jazz. And I tell them, you ain't got to stay. I just want you out the unit. Come down and go on back up, and I'll see you later on today.
Okay. Wow. Do y'all ever have tea time?
Yes, we do once a month. We do a tea time once a month, and you know, it used to be tea time was just for ladies.
Yes.
Not no more. Men come down for tea time in their Dobbs, they Stetsons, they ball caps, and I let them talk about what they want to talk about. I'm like, we all want tea and we all like tea, and they can come down and talk about too.
That's really nice.
I do
That's
it.
really nice. I tell you, you sound like you have a lot of fun.
You know, I really do. But I do try to emphasize too. I do 2 educational programs a month.
Uh-huh.
2 people come in and give me 2 educational programs, and I have 2 come and give me some
Now,
fun.
when you say educational, what
That's
that entails?
the COPD, heart disease, diabetes,
Okay.
anything that can help them to. My goal
Live,
is
comfortable.
live comfortable. My goal is to keep them in that apartment for as long as they want to be there. If they
Mhm.
want to be there and die there, that's all right,
Yes.
because they don't want to go to nursing home. So my goal is whatever you need to stay here, I'm gonna bring the services in for you and keep you there for as long as you want to be there.
Yes, yeah. And how long have you been in
At this site,
yes,
I've been at this site for a year. I've been in this field for 27 years.
27 years.
Mhm.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and then we'll be right back to continue our conversation with the Martin Luther King Senior. And this is KUAW, the Kansas City Global Community Radio Station.
All right. Y'all give the location?
No, not.
Okay. We're gonna do 2 commercials and then you go back.
Fashion week going on.
Every Friday from 7 to 8 p.m.
All right. 5 seconds.
We are back with KUAW. And if you want to call in and want to talk to Vivian or myself, you can call 816-599-6893. And if you want to leave comments on the email, it's kuaw985@gmail.com. Now, Vivian, the next question I have is, what is the location of Martin Luther King Village?
We're at 2525 Euclid.
Okay, it's 2525
Euclid.
Okay, and now the seniors that live there, do they when they put in the application, do they have to? What is the age and how do they pay and
It's
things like
55 and older. It's Section 8, in-house Section 8.
that? Uh-huh.
But we do have a waiting list. We have a very long waiting list.
really?
We do.
Uh-huh.
But they go in, they put in the app. Once they put in the app, they get put on the waiting list, and they just contact them when we have whenever we have vacancies. But I must be honest, we don't really have that many that much because
Right.
they stay. People stay.
Yes, yes. Well, that's a good thing. Now, can they have pets?
No, we have a no pet policy right
Okay.
now. Mhm.
Okay.
But some of our other properties do. Just this one don't.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know there's some that like pets, but if they can't have them, they can't have them. They have a lot of other stuff to keep them busy, and that can really keep you busy if you had a pet. And I mean, that'd be a job.
Yes.
Yeah, and now, what else do they have? You have that you can tell me about?
We have beauty shop on site. We have
You
a
have a
beautician. And all they have to do is call, tell them whatever day. It's not just on the weekend. If they want it, whatever day, they just call. She'll meet them down there and do it.
Oh, real?
She-
Barbershop and beauty shop.
And she does, and they suite. Everything is in house. We even have an exam room, like when they come in and do our blood pressures, or if they need to talk to the physician
Right.
personally.
Uh-huh.
We have our own exam rooms for that. We have 2 computer labs. Each holds 6 computers on each building,
Uh-huh.
one for each building. We have a big community room. We have a theater room that we watch movies every Friday. We like a real movie day. We pop popcorn and have
Okay.
real movie day
That's our movie day too.
on Friday.
Yeah, we go. But that's a good.
That is a good movie day.
Mhm.
And then what else?
And you said you have movies and you have
We have movies. We have art. We have exercise.
and you said you had computer.
We got the computer lab
So
that they
they
can work.
have someone to come in.
Yes, I have an agency that comes in and teach basic computer, not just on the computer, but also on their phones. On their phones too, so they can both, they can learn how to work it on their phones
Right.
or with the computer.
Okay. Okay. Now, do they have bowling?
Yes, we do on the Wii. We bowl on the Wii. We play tennis on the Wii.
Okay.
And one more. Golf.
Oh,
The golf tournament, yes.
okay.
And then I do it, and I bring them in, show them how to play, and just
Uh-huh.
let them play. We have a room they can play that too. So anything they really want to do there, if they just come down to our community room, they can do whatever they want to.
Okay.
Down there.
And do they have like I'm pretty sure some people like arcade games or something, play on the computers or something.
They probably
Or-
in the computer lab they can, because they can play games in the computer lab on games. Mhm. But and only other games we have is like bingo and stuff. We
Yes.
do bingo. We do that twice a month. We do our super snack bingo, so you can get your snacks for the month. And then we do our cleaning supply bingos, so they don't have to spend their money for that, because that costs money and
Okay.
they need all their money.
Yeah. Wow. They sound like they have a whole lot that they schedule that they can do.
It is. The schedule is full, and I tell people when you see my calendar, it'll be really full.
So you
but
put a calendar out.
I do my own calendar every month, just so they can know everything we're doing. And so, because I want them to attend, I want them to pick what you like to do, and what you don't like to do, don't do.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds really good. And they exercise, and
Yes.
do they go out walking, or do they have a place inside?
Well, we mainly walk in the building,
Uh-huh.
because we
Oh, yeah.
walk because it's hot. And
Mhm.
but yes, we exercise all the time. We encourage each other to walk with each other to exercise, but we do it mainly on Thursdays in a big group with a trainer there with
Okay.
them.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have the exercise room where they can come down and work out all day, any day.
Now, is one other thing, do they have water?
No, we don't have water
You don't have
aerobics.
food.
We don't have no food.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of my fun things.
And then they can, and like we even have grills they can rent they're not rent, that they can just use. They can even use our community room.
So they can grill their own.
They can grill their own. We have patios where they can just use our grills and grill if that's what they want to have their families over.
Oh,
We try
wow.
to make it real, real comfortable for them.
Uh-huh.
We really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, because they don't really have to wish for a lot of things that they can do. They can do it all
They
there.
can do it all there without going out in the heat or without going out in the cold. And then we got to remember too that a lot of people that stay in senior buildings, they don't be there because they really want to. They don't have nowhere else to be.
Okay.
If they had family to stay with, they would. If they would.
Right,
So
right.
I want to make it I want to make it so comfortable for them where they are. I do. I want to make the last days the very best.
Yes. What about transportation? When they go shopping?
We
and-
don't. That's what I'm really looking into now is
Uh-huh.
transportation. I've been trying. I call around, but I know people have to make money, but when they try to charge me a lot, I just can't do it because I
Right.
know what their income is, and I know they can't afford that. So
Right.
that's what I'm working on now is trying to get a bus donating or team
Something.
up with somebody
Uh-huh.
to give me free rides to Walmart.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, because that would be really wonderful. They can.
If they could go twice a month, once to the store and one
Yeah.
for somewhere fun.
Yes.
That's how I
yeah.
kind of look at it.
Yes. Yeah. So, is there anything we missing on the um, creative aging?
No, I just want to say that creative aging it's about reframing the way we think about aging.
Okay.
It's about seeing ourselves differently because none of us know what it's like to age because we all doing it for the first time. So
right.
we're just gonna do it differently. I want them to do it with pride. I don't want them to be sad that because aging, we lose a lot. We lose our hearing, we lose our eyesight, we lose our license, we lose our home.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to do it. I want it to be so graceful that so what we lost that we're gonna pick up on a whole lot of more new things.
Exactly. That's the way it should be. Now, I know a lot of us have to have insurance and all that. So, do you all have to help them to make sure they have all that in place? Or
Yes.
how do they do that?
This is how, well, I know I do a lot of the activities, but my main thing is to make sure they have every service they need. If they
Okay.
need housekeeping, if they need Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, I don't care
Right.
what they do. My job is to make sure they get every service they
Okay.
need.
Okay.
I do that first. Then I tell them, you come on down for the fun stuff, but we're going to handle this part first.
Okay.
'Cause
okay.
If you take care of that need of a person,
Mhm.
they're gonna come down and do the fun stuff because they're not
Right.
worried about food or how they're gonna pay their lights or
Right.
if they're gonna be able to get their medicine. They're gonna
Yes.
come
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
And then with new changes in programs, it's
Oh,
stressful.
tell
It's
me
stressful
about
for me. I'm like, y'all's trying to stress me and I'm not even getting the medicine. But
Yeah.
we just have to look and we just have to help them because to me the system is designed for them to give up or to hang up the phone and not get the services.
Right,
When they
right.
call in, okay, keep them on hold forever. I'm like, I'm
Mhm.
real patient. I'm gonna be
Right.
here. I hold on all day for you. I don't care.
Well, that is wonderful. And you know what? We're gonna have to have you back.
Okay.
And we're gonna have to have you to talk about more about seniors and all the things that we need and expect, whatever other services and
Yes, because it would be, and that would be good because we better remember that our seniors is our future. They the one gave us this future and
That's
so
right.
they gave us our past. So we
Mhm.
better be, and I like them to tell their story. My next group is journalism. So
Okay.
so they're gonna be telling their story.
Okay, then. That's wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and wind up for today. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do spiritual moments. And it's going to take me a little while to get to that because my tablet is dead and I usually read it from there. But I'm going to try to do my cell phone. It looks like I have John 1. Let me just read this. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God, and all things was made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So this has been John first, John first chapter 1 through 3, 1, 2, and 3. And this has been Senior Moments with Millie and CC in her absence. She started out, she was on the phone, and now we are KUAW, Kansas City Global Radio Station. And if you want to talk to us, you can call us at 816-599-6893. Facebook, you can see us live at KUAW-LPFM 98.5. And you can get us on TuneIn and everywhere. So this has been Senior Moments. And have a good day.
You have been listening to Senior Moments with Millie and CC. Tune in every Tuesday at 2 p.m. for Senior Moments and have yourself a senior moment.
Thank you. Thank you.